21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
How many of you want to achieve financial freedom? And how many of you want to live a fulfilled life? Well, you came to the right show because today I'm going to share with you how to achieve financial freedom and how to live life to the fullest. My name is Edwin Carrion. I'm a serial entrepreneur, a God-made millionaire, a mentor, and author of 2 books, 9 Secrets to Build a $1 Million Life and Business, and Secrets of the Millionaire Gold Buyer. I have built several multi-million-dollar companies, and now I focus in business scaling and consulting. So let me share with you how I was able to scale my company, my first major company, from negative $100,000 to over $20 million worth of revenues in just 4 years. And in that industry was real estate development. The reason I was able to scale so fast, because having the principles of honor, courage, commitment, and faith has guided me through everything in business in order for me to be able to scale multiple companies in multiple different industries. So what is the first thing we need to do as an entrepreneur to be able to scale the company? And we all talk about money, right? Money is always an issue, that we don't have money to start a business or we don't have money to scale a business. But I'm here to tell you that when I started my first major company, I was in debt. I left the military, the Marine Corps, with $12,000 in debt, and I had no money to start my company. So what did I have to do? I had to go out and raise some capital. And that's how I was able to start my first major company and take it to over $20 million in just 4 years. So I'm going to give you the high-level overview of what are the things that we need to learn and implement, and the key strategies that we definitely need to implement in every business. The first thing we need to do is we have to have that foundation of scaling. And what is the foundation of scaling? We're always talking about mindset and vision. We have to make sure that we have a clear vision into anything that we want to do. I love always telling people, one of the things that I always tell people on my podcast is that if you don't know where you're going, you will eventually get there, right? And what does that mean? What does that exactly mean? Is that if we don't have the right vision, if we don't know exactly, if we don't put the right plan in place, we're not gonna get to where we wanna get to when we wanna get to. But the other thing that I always tell every one of the entrepreneurs that I mentor is that you have to have the right mindset. You have to have that millionaire, that multi-million-dollar mindset. Because if you're afraid of investing $10,000, $100,000 in your business, how do you expect to get to $1 million, $10 million, $20 million? You have to be willing to invest that money in your personal life, in your business, and not be afraid of $100,000. When you listen to the word $100,000, to you, it has to mean nothing. When you listen to $1 million, it has to mean nothing. Because if it means too much for you right now, your mindset is not at that level at this moment. Second thing, you have to map your business. What do I mean by mapping your business? Is you have to make sure that if you want to scale your company, if you want to grow your company, you have the right systems, you have the right processes in your business. A lot of times, as entrepreneurs, when we're starting out, we love to do everything ourselves. And we have what I call the entrepreneurship ego, the entrepreneur ego, that nobody could do anything better than we can. And that is correct. Nobody's ever going to do anything better than we can. But if we're able to create the right systems, the right processes, so people could come and do the work that we don't like to do, that's how we're able to continue scaling. And that's going to be the fastest pace in order for us to continue scaling our business to $10 million, $20 million, and so on. Nowadays, we live in this world where technology is everywhere, right? So step number 3 is automation and technology. What tools can we leverage to be able to scale our company to multi-million dollars, right? What tools are part of our industry nowadays that we're able to take advantage of? Nowadays, the best tool that anyone could use in their business, and is a tool that's really available, it's ChatGPT. Everybody talks about it, and I'll tell you right now, you have to start implementing that in anything that you do in your business. The next one is, we never talk about this, right? And it's financial systems. how do we structure in our business for growth? What do we need to do in order for us to structure our business for growth? We have to talk about finances. And when we talk about finances, everything starts with the basics. Starts with creating that cash flow sheet, because the cash flow sheet is going to give us that reverse engineering that we need to understand in order for us. How do we get to $1 million? If we want to get to $1.2 million in 1 year, then on the cash flow sheet is going to tell us that we have to make $100,000 per month. And the moment that we start making $100,000 per month, we have to figure out, okay, how are we going to get to those $100,000? How much are services? How much are our expenses? What are our values? Like, you start getting really detailed and breaking that down. And that's how you're going to be able to follow that system in order to get there. As we continue growing, as we continue scaling our business, I always say, and that's one of the reasons I don't call myself a I don't call myself a self-made millionaire anymore, is because I understood that nobody does anything on their own. You need a group of people, you need a team of people. And those are the ones, when we talk about scaling a company, we're talking about, we have to build a team. And as far as building a team, the moment that we start building that team, we need to understand that, do we know how to delegate? Do we know how to lead a team? So we have to start really learning everything about leadership and delegation. And that's when it comes down to, hey, do I take care of this problem, or do I let somebody else handle that? Because my time is more valuable than me spending time on this problem. So we have to start thinking about all those things that come into place. And we talked about capital infusion. Obviously, that's the big one. Raising capital for growth. As we continue scaling, as we continue growing our business, there's going to be times that we need huge sums of money to go to the next level. And where does that money come from? Either investors, strategic partnerships, bringing more capital, loans, banks. But at the end of the day, you have to have that plan in place in order for people to really believe in you and give you the money that you're going to need to continue that growth further in your business. And when we're talking about that, that's when we really talk about, how do we scale with partnerships? How do we scale with collaborations? Finding the right strategic partners, the right collaborators to continue scaling our business. And the last one that I'm going to leave you here, I'm actually going to leave you with two more right now. The next one is going to be data-driven decisions. What kind of metrics, what kind of KPIs are we looking in our business? Because the moment that we have everything set up in our company, that's the moment that we really have to start focusing and holding every one of our team members accountable on a specific metrics and KPIs. KPIs is a short for key performance indicators. What are those indicators that are going to show the performance that we want our employees to accomplish? How many calls do they have to make in a day? How many sales do they have to make in a week? How does the inventory, if you're in a retail location, how does your inventory have to be done every day? Are you following that? Are you tracking that? And the last one is sustaining growth. It's easy to make millions. I'll tell you that right now. It's easy to make millions. The hard part is keeping the millions. How are we going to be able to keep the millions? And that comes by reviewing and having long-term strategies in our business. Now, I understand that, everything that I just shared with you, it's a lot of information all thrown at you at once. And one of the things that I love to do is I love to make sure that I'm able to help all entrepreneurs that want to scale their business, that want to get to the millions, just help them get there by implementing the systems, the processes, everything that I accumulated over my past 20 years in business and through failures. One of the things that I look at is, what are the failures that I've done and have I learned from those failures? And those are the same techniques and strategies that when I'm teaching somebody, I'm making sure that I'm helping them navigate through. Because one of the hardest things as an entrepreneur is, hey, I'm afraid of starting a business. I'm afraid of scaling the business. I don't have time to work on the business. Because I'm so consumed into the day-to-day operation. So the moment that I start working with people on these little details, okay, what are the fears that you're going through? What are the problems that you're facing? Do you need capital? Okay, let's figure out a way. Let me show you exactly how you're going to be able to raise capital so you're not stuck on the situation or stuck. And the most common one that everybody gets is that, they hit a ceiling. And once you hit that ceiling, it's really hard to break through that ceiling. So how can we break through the ceiling? Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's not all about that you don't have time, that you don't have money, and that you don't have the help. Is that there's something deeper than that you need to get through. And that's why a mentor like myself is able to get you past those ceilings, past those hurdles, past those pain points that you have been suffering for such a long time that is not letting you break through. So like that, you could take your business and your life where you want to get to. One of the things that I did as I continue scaling my business, buying my time back, I did two things that I liked. Number one was, how can I help as many people as I can? And the first thing that I did was, I was able to write this book, which is called Secrets of the Millionaire Gold Buyer, where it teaches you how to create wealth through buying and selling precious metals. And that book, I went so detailed that the moment you learn that framework, the moment that you learn that business model, you could apply a lot of those techniques into any one of the businesses that you want and become successful. Because I laid it out. One of the things that gives me a lot of satisfaction is being able to help other entrepreneurs, other people that want to get out of the day-to-day rut and become very successful in any area of their life. Ladies and gentlemen, and with all these things that I'm sharing with you, you're probably wondering, does Edwin have any time, any free time? And let me tell you, I have a lot of free time. One of the things that I'm doing right now, I'm actually living in South America with my family. I've been happily married for 13 years now. I have two beautiful girls and two beautiful dogs. And that has always been my dream, to be a family man and to spend as much time with them, to create as many memories with my family, travel the world, and live life to the fullest. Because that, I think, the ultimate goal of everyone, we work hard, but we have to play hard. And I always say that. And that's my life, playing hard, working hard. I love cycling. I love playing sports. I love playing soccer. That's like one of my favorite sports. But most of all, it's about being healthy, working out as much as I can, eating healthy, having a healthy lifestyle. So like that, I could be there and see my kids grow up and be able to watch them get married. And because you stay tuned until the end of this program, I'm super excited. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a gift that I only give to my paid clients. And that gift is gonna be my Startup Business Super Stack. In that gift, what are you gonna get? You're probably wondering, what am I gonna get on the Startup Business Super Stack? You're gonna get the copy, the electronic copy of this book, so you don't have to buy for it. You're gonna get a business plan template. You're gonna get my mindset blueprint, where it's gonna teach you how to have the millionaire mindset. You're gonna have a win-win sales formula. You're gonna have the relationship protocol. Figure out how can you have a great relationship, not only in a business relationship, but a personal relationship and relationship with a significant other. That's everything you're gonna get in my Startup Business Super Stack. How do you get it? Send me a DM on my social media channels, Edwin Carrion 78. Instagram, Facebook, you name it, I'm all over the place. Social media channels, podcast 24 at Edwin Carrion 78.
21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
Imagine a space where triumphs, trials, and tales of entrepreneurship come alive. Welcome to the 21st Century Entrepreneurship Podcast, a gold awarded journey hosted by Martin Piskarik, connecting with listeners in 95 countries and ranking in the top 0.5% of all podcasts. Join our exclusive community, elevate your perspective, and embark on the path to success.